into this Lord Jamar.
I don't know none of these people,
situation.
child.
So no, I just to me, I always enjoy because I seen this happen.
Lord Jamar?
He's a rapper.
What song did he make?
There's nothing that's really you want to go home and brag about. But
let me Google him.
So this is funny because I was a fan of this dude. I'm a listener to this guy's channel, Professor Dave, and
is this him?
Yeah, and he reacted to a video.
Heavy drugs.
You had to at least put a legend on that or something. But no, Professor Dave, he is a scientific communicator, and he goes in when guys say flat earth stuff or ridiculous claims that are anti-science, he will react to their content and call them idiots and dumb and break it down why they're wrong. So in a recent one of his older posts, he was drinking and he was reacting to Lord Jamar's on Godfrey. Godfrey's people end up calling Professor Dave because they were like, hey, I see that you know what you're talking about. We didn't have the tools adequate to respond. Can you come on the show with us? What then commences is probably one of the craziest like murder scenes you'll ever see on the internet. And
from what I'm seeing, Lord Jamar is a hotep.
Yeah, he's one of all that shit.
He's wearing a hat that says Brand Nubian. There's a stack of books. What I see, there's a stack of books on his shoulder really quickly from what I see. African Holistic Health, Rap, Race, and Revolution. How to Hustle and Win. Win is in red bold letters. Yeah, just corny.
Lord Jamar's like one of them niggas who think that he's smart, but he just say dumb shit the entire time. He's one of those kind of niggas. So
why you are against what he believes. How about that?
Yeah, Flat Earth is the dumbest hoax in human history. Jamar just watched some videos by Eric Dubé, who just spews a bunch of bullshit, memorized what he says, and repeats it and pretends to be intelligent. Instead, everything you say is so insanely stupid and can be disproven with, like, middle school level physics.
Really?
So... yeah, we can go ahead and you can rattle off your
talking points. Do you have a working model of a ball that has water sticking to the outside of it? Can you show me a working model of that?
A tennis ball.
Yes, wet. No. That's not water sticking to a ball. That's saturation of water on the ball.
So
I want you to show me where water sticks to the outside of a ball as it spins. It doesn't go to the equator of the ball and spin off.
I heard what you said.
Show me a working model. Hang on.
You said something very
Show
stupid.
me a working model.
Okay.
The reason that things stick to the Earth is because the Earth is extremely massive, so it generates a very large gravitational field. When water falls off of a ball, whatever ball you're talking about, to the Earth, it's because of the large gravitational field exerted by the Earth. So when you're talking about water sticking to a ball, your desired demonstration of gravity fails because gravity exists. Things fall to the ground.
There is density and buoyancy, sir. Gravity is not some magical thing that makes things drop to the ground. It depends the medium that it is in. If I drop something in this water, depending on how heavy it is, it's going to sink or float.
Wait, I want you all to talk. But
density
I want to hear both.
First of all, this guy came out real disrespectful, talk about the stupidest shit. Like if he was
because you're a fucking idiot.
He also said fuck Professor Dave before he even started coming on.
Like, because you're a full dumbass.
Right, you know that, right?
What you say to the
you know that, right?
The entire body of scientific knowledge. Let me respond to the insanely stupid thing you said.
I want you to respond to my. Let him talk. Okay, we're gonna talk about what pseudoscience.
Okay, go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
Density is not a force.
He's calling this man's actual science pseudoscience while he's spewing pseudoscience. It's hilarious. You can't argue with people like that.
It's not a force. It can't make things move. Buoyancy, there's a buoyant force, but it has gravity in the equation. Buoyancy only exists when gravity exists.
The secret sauce.
Here's the problem with your density bullshit. You think that things fall down because the air is less dense. The air is less dense above the object too. So why the fuck don't things fall up?
This shit had his fucking brain want to explode.
Fucking asshole. Bubbles go up, you stupid fuck. Fucking evaporation goes up, you dickhead. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's because there's wind.
Because it's lighter than the fucking density it's in. How can a fly defy gravity? How can a fucking tadpole defy gravity, you fucking shithead?
Bubbles fall too.
Yeah, that's what he's fucking
Yes.
does.
How does anything swim through? If gravity
there's not enough wind, the bubble will fall. But if there's wind, the bubble will blow away. That's
of fucking force.
that's just that's children know that.
Lord Jamar does something here when you watch the rest of this article. And it's on Professor Dave's channel to check it out. When you listen to what he does.
Why is it on Professor Dave's channel?
Well, because Godfrey deleted it.
Why did Godfrey delete it?
Because of Lord Jamar. So basically, I'm assuming it's because of Lord Jamar. Because if you watch it throughout the whole thing, he later on says he uses his own celebrity to basically say, oh, if you going to continue talking to bro, I need
you don't have celebrity.
I mean,
by the way,
to them to a degree he does. But no, that's what he was using to try to get Professor Dave off. See what he does, and he said this too, where he talked about, I'm using common sense. What he does is they take their stupid perspectives on things and they try to apply that to in a general sense, even though they don't understand the words that they're using to describe it. You're using words to describe scientific words to describe what you're seeing in reality, but then not having to live with the repercussions of what those words mean in science.
Like he said buoyancy, but then Professor Dave was like gravity comes into the equation of buoyancy.
Yeah. And with a lot of the stuff that he was saying, because he even talked about weight later on. He was like, what do you think weight is? It's in regards to your mass and the gravitational pull being pulled onto you. So that's where he was just like, you're not smart. And I think a lot of people need to be told that they're not smart and that they're dumb. And
you need to be able to know that there are certain things that you're probably more well versed in than other people, and then there's a lot probably more than the other side of there's probably a lot of things that you're not well versed in and that other people can teach you about, and this is one of those situations.
But even the sense that with the flat earth, like there are real things that you can see in the world that will show you the world is round.
That's why I think that you can't argue with people who are flat earthers because
they're being willfully ignorant. They're being willfully stupid. They want to be stupid.
They don't want to listen to facts.
I've been to Australia, so I've been to the southern hemisphere of this planet. There is two different skies. Like you'll go up and look up and you'll see different stars in Australia, different set of constellations in Australia in the southern hemisphere that you will not see when you're in the northern hemisphere. Mm-hmm. Like there's just different things to show that. And if the earth was flat, if we're all looking, you can go look in the southern hemisphere. If like South America, India, Australia, they all see the same sky. But if this was a flat surface, they would not be seeing the same sky because they would be pointing in different directions. Mm-hmm. So like there's this 100% evidence. They've been taking flat earthers to a South Pole to show you the 24-hour sky. Like there's showing where the earth is rotating around something, and it's also a round object in and of itself. It's just so much that you can just
it's literally a primitive state of mind because that's what we thought before we had like telescopes and science.
Like when you actually think about it,
and equations.
If you didn't have other tools and mechanics to use, it would make sense that you would think something stupid like the earth is flat because
you keep walking and you don't fall off.
Yeah.
Or or whatever.
Walking and flock off, that walking and falling off that would be something you would still have to walk far enough to see, but that's neither here nor there. It's just the simple fact that there is tons of evidence to show that this planet has been going on a round surface or something that's more spherical. And these people are trying. Like I remember when somebody one time sent me documents, and because they were old documents, they tried to assume they had legitimacy.
Who?
It was just this dude that he was actually on the old show. He wasn't one of the co-hosts, but he actually came on the show where he was sending me documents of flat Earth stuff, and I'm sitting here like, bro, people have been stupid for a long time.
I'm trying to guess who it was.
Just because they're old documents doesn't validate what they're saying. Like people have been stupid for a long time about this. Mm-hmm. There have been flat Earth associations and stuff like that a long time ago because people were wrong initially. And now that we have done more information,
I'm stuck on trying to figure out which one of his friends is a flat earther.
There's a lot of niggas that it's a lot of these niggas that be saying this shit, or they'll agree with this shit, or try to give it credence because it makes them feel. You don't know. It makes them feel.
I'm trying to be messy.
It makes them feel like they know something, or they're on to something that has everybody else fooled. A lot of this stuff, they don't do nothing. People who believe in this shit a lot of times don't have other shit impressive going on. So if a nigga that you know is leading with the flat earth, more often than not, that nigga ain't got shit else going on. Because the nigga who got shit else going on is going to lead with something other than the flat earth.
Yeah, like this is the most interesting thing about me is that I'm a contrarian to something that has been proven over and over again for decades.
It's just, it's ridiculous. And it's sad too. And like some people will watch that video and be like, oh, why are you okay with a white man talking shit about a black man like that? And it's like, because he's wrong. And he's making other black men look worse and look stupid. And you're making literally, if you watch the episode that he was reacting to when Lord Jamar was just allowed to just spew his bullshit with, impunity, like those dudes in there look so much more dumb because they were sitting there just letting that shit ride. And they felt bad about it too because they couldn't defend themselves with it. But they even go to this one part where and this is the stupidest shit. I hate when people say this too, where they talk about the globe. Oh, people are upside down at the bottom. And it's like, bro,
gravity?
What do y'all think down is? No, but it's stupider because they're saying down in retro to space outside, not until the actual planet. Because down is the ground. So if I'm going to the ground, it doesn't matter where I'm at on this sphere. There is no top and bottom of a sphere. Wherever that goes to, there is no down. Like south isn't down. Like, and this is where it's like you just see the stupidity within people. Nobody just. Oh man, it's infuriating because people really want to believe this shit so bad.
I don't know when the flat earth thing became a thing.
It was just the internet stuff, man. When it started
gaining traction, I feel like somebody came out and was like, oh, people used to believe this at one point. And then some dumbass was like, oh, that makes sense. And then started trying to rationalize it away. And if enough people say the stupid thing, then other people are going to believe it. And that's what happened with the whole flat earth thing, I think.
Grifters are, at the end of the day, are always going to grift. And that they're just going to find places that they're going to be able to look up and, they're going to try to trick people. That's just the real thing about it.
Yeah.
They can't, there's nothing else they can do. All right.